Happy Thursday, everybody. Hopefully you've been enjoying the week. Today may be cooler, but it's still a gorgeous day outside. I'm really happy. I've been trying to stay positive. At times it can be hard not seeing all of you guys at school and everything, and just being able to interact with everyone. So it's one of the things we're just trying to create a to-do list and enjoy this beautiful weather is something I definitely want to take advantage of. Right now I'm working on getting all of my flower beds and everything cleared away, get ready to add new mulch, and I'm actually changing out my trimming and edge work. So yesterday I got started and I'll have to continue on and get some more supplies. But I'll show you, I kind of added, I've been my flower beds and I added this trim work here. I might straighten it up a little bit. My first time doing it went pretty well. And then getting all my flower beds will be looking a lot better within the next week. And once I know we're out of the frost warning, I'll fill these up with beautiful flowers. And I did cave and bought some phlox to put there. I've been battling with some pesky rabbits that I had columbine plants there last year. They're beautiful flowers. And I had 3 plants and the rabbits kept eating them. And they would start perking up and getting better. I tried to put stuff to deter them, and they kept, once there was enough leaves and start looking like it might get ready to bloom, they would come back the next day and it would be destroyed, all eaten. And out of that, for the spring regrowing time, only one has regrown. So I put down some phlox, which is supposed to hopefully help deter the rabbits, and pray that my precious little columbine plant that I've got remaining grows. So right now I got my neighbor's dog Briar. He's coming and saying hello, very friendly. And then today is a special day. My international student Cindy, it's her birthday, so trying to make today special, and I was asking her what she wanted for her birthday cake, and she said cheesecake. So last night we made cheesecake together, and that was a lot of fun, and it's been refrigerating, and we'll enjoy it tonight. And let me show you how it turned out. I'm back inside, and last night me and Cindy had a lot of fun whipping together her birthday cheesecake. We used a recipe that is simple yet delicious to make a marbled cheesecake. I got the recipe from my stepmom, and I kind of walk you through everything of how to make it, and I encourage you guys, if you're big cheesecake lovers and you have the materials, try it out yourself. So there's a little bit, I removed the edging a little too early, so it didn't look quite as pretty, messed that up, but it's still a gorgeous looking cheese. So here it is right here. The marbling and everything just makes it look all fancy and pretty. So we can't wait to try and enjoy it. So what I'm gonna walk you through and kind of share us making it and like the procedure and everything last night. I do apologize. There's one moment I've been doing yard work all day and did not get prettified at all. So there's a little bit where you kind of see my messy hair and all of that after doing yard work, but wanted to share and be able to share with you guys how to make that cheesecake. All right, to make our crust for the cheesecake, you're going to pulverize and create 1 cup of graham crackers, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and then 3 tablespoons of melted margarine or butter, whatever you have on hand. And you're gonna mix these up and then put them in the springform pan and kind of shape them and put them down. So we'll watch that happen. So we're going to thoroughly mix the butter or margarine, sugar, and graham crackers until they have a nice, even consistency. And you can also break up any large graham cracker chunks. Once that's done, you're going to make sure you have clean hands, and you're going to pour this into the springform pan and pat it down to shape it to form the crust. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to fully be able to be covered. So isn't Cindy doing a great job showing us how? Now that we got the crust made, we're gonna put this in the oven. The oven's been preheated at 350, and we're gonna set it in the oven for, I believe, 20 minutes. I'll have to double check the recipe. If I'm wrong, I will correct it on the video. All right, now for the good stuff, the cheesecake. In order to make the cheesecake, you're gonna have 3 8-ounce packages of cream cheese softened. So this has been sitting out for a couple hours to get nice and soft. Now for the better cheesecake, honestly go for the full fat. Although if you're wanting to be, cut your fat and all that, You can get the fat-free or the official cream cheese, although we want the good stuff, so we went all the way. You're gonna need 3 eggs and 3/4 of a cup of white granulated sugar, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and we got the good stuff with the pure vanilla extract and not the imitation vanilla. So as you're gonna see, we're gonna blend and mix all these together till they're a good consistency, and then we're going to do the chocolate swirls for a marbled cheesecake. You're gonna start by mixing the softened cream cheese until it's a nice even consistency, and then turn up the speed and start adding the eggs one at a time until it's all evenly mixed together, and then kind of scrape and make sure it's all kind of getting evenly mixed. Then you add the teaspoon of vanilla, and then just make sure you got it all good and mixed together. Next, we're going to be making the chocolate swirls. So you're going to want about 1 ounce, or I did a little bit more because I like the semi-sweet chocolate. So this is about 3 tablespoons of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and you're going to want to melt this. So I would, what I do is I just pop this in a microwavable safe container and pop it in the microwave and do 30 seconds and stir, and then 10 seconds after that, checking until it's all melted and smooth. All right, now that we got the chocolate melted, if you melt it in the same container, it makes it really easy. Now you want to add roughly, it doesn't have to be exact, about 1 cup of your cheesecake batter into the chocolate mix to mix it all together to create a chocolate cheesecake mix with it. So we're going to do that, and then we are going to prepare to get ready for the marbleizing. Some people may be intimidated with the marbleizing effect, but it's actually quite easy to do. As you see, I kind of basically do larger clumps of the regular cheesecake mix and evenly kind of spread out smaller clumps of the chocolate cheesecake mix. Once you have this all portioned out and evenly spaced throughout as good as possible, then you just kind of swirl it around with a knife, and voila! Now we're going to bake for 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then reduce the temperature to 250 and another 30 minutes. All right, so I just pulled this right out of the oven. Look how gorgeous that looks. And it's nice and hot. What you're gonna do next is you're going to, because this is a springform pan, but you don't wanna just unhook it and hinge it, or else it'll pull the cheesecake apart. So you're gonna take a knife and you're gonna basically very carefully, and sometimes it kind of might get jagged, loosen the edges of the pan. Like I said, making a mess of it, so I apologize. The prettiness is stopping there, but you're gonna loosen the edges and then let that cool down. So I'm not gonna have a clean cut. I think with it, a lot of times, sometimes you want to let it cool a little bit more. I did it while it was too hot. You're gonna let this cool down to kind of close to room temperature, remove the spring form, and then let it chill for several hours before you serve up this deliciousness. So if you guys make this, hopefully you enjoy it. It tastes delicious. It's a family favorite. Well, hopefully, if you guys do try it out and try making it yourself, share, let me know how it turned out. I'd love to hear back. Now, like I said, as we kind of continue on, I know students, you're probably excited to have heard from the admin and everything that the last day of school got moved up to the 14th, which it's going to be here before we know it, which also means the beginning of the school year will be here before we know it, and I can't wait to get back to normalcy, because I truly do miss seeing all my students on a regular basis, as well as my coworkers. But I am thankful for the blessing that God has given us with some great weather to be able to enjoy, and just the community that we have. And even though this isn't our ideal situation, I just want to encourage you guys to make the most of it and see how can we glorify God, being, you know, at a stay-at-home order and isolated. What can our actions do? How can we still further the gospel? How can we still serve others, but yet keeping ourselves safe? These are all things I know I'm trying to challenge myself with, and I want to challenge you guys with as well. When you think about with what to do with your time, and just also like it's going to kind of have you maybe branch outside of your comfort zone and maybe try new ways to, you know, do things that you normally, because we're limited and we can't do them how we normally did. So I just want to encourage you guys, and just know that I'm praying for you and for us all, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and that you have a happy and blessed Easter on Sunday.